You're still with us.
Always.
I was afraid that your budding moonlighting career might have taken you away from us.
I'm just an investor. I'm not a I'm not a competitor.
I thought you were getting down and dirty.
Oh, Dirty Dan.
Business,
no, he
the
hires
nitty-gritty.
people. No, he hires people to do the dirty work for him.
So are you actually managing anybody, or are you just playing a manager?
I signed the Classic Connection, Levi Shapiro and Buddy Royal, on Friday night in All Pro Wrestling Halloween Hell, which I'll come back for Christmas Chaos.
Buddy Royal is a good wrestler name.
It is.
Actually signed.
Yeah, they're signed. They're signed to Record Ventures.
I don't know.
Boy. I don't know.
It's the problem. It's the problem with having your wrestling persona also be your real name.
Hey, no kayfabe, brother. This is a shoot.
I don't. Fucking what?
God damn it! Now you can say that stuff.
I'm a worker, brother.
Did any real signatures get put on real contracts? No. Okay.
I signed them. They signed on my iPad during their entrance.
Okay.
And then they used my iPad and cracked it over the head of Matt Carlos.
I took
match.
I hit myself with your real.
It's a shoot iPad. It's a shoot iPad.
Very real iPad.
It's a shoot gimmick.
And it was a lot heavier than a real iPad.
Yeah, and Levi Shapiro broke it over the head of Matt Carlos. Like, actually broke it. And that thing is really heavy.
And solid.
Yeah. And
guess you need to buy another display iPad, huh?
It's not a display iPad. I mean, it's a shoot, brother.
No, you're displaying it.
Yeah, I displayed it for everyone there at the Pacelli Event Center, yeah.
What's happening? What's happening?
Dan became a wrestling manager over the weekend.
I know that. No, I know. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'd still.
What are you confused about? I can answer any questions you got.
I don't know if you're actually doing any managing or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wrestling managing.
I'm not even sure what managing entails.
I invest in them, and when they make the big bucks, the cut goes to Dirty Dan. And in return, I'm also at ringside using my star power and my brain power to help them win matches.
See, I thought that might be the actual extent of all this. You're just going to show up every couple of weeks and like talk shit in the ring or something.
That's a large part of my job description.
Okay. But you were doing. I mean, like obviously, I know what a real manager does. Are you doing real manager stuff?
Define real manager.
No.
Define. I don't think you understand the difference between kayfabe managing. And
obviously,
I
He is the man that stands near the ring and helps distract the referee when necessary.
Yes.
He wants his boys to win.
Yes,
and I did that handily.
All that stuff I totally believe, but behind the scenes, you're not doing jack shit, right?
I was in a locker room with Gangrel and MVP.
Okay, all right.
Does that count? Is that managing?
I think so. Yeah,
you're not like working phones, like setting up matches. And stuff
I'm
like
just
that.
an investor. I'm above that.
Okay,
Are you kidding me?
All right. Well, that makes
Dan
you
has people.
Okay,
yeah,
I see. You're a manager. You're managing the managers who do the managing.
Sure.
Is that okay?
I slid an iPad to a guy, and the ref I distracted the ref real good.
Okay, all right. I think
It's funny when the ref wants to be distracted, he can be very distracted.
Funny how persuadable the referee class can be.
So, so what was that like being a lifelong wrestling fan to now suddenly it being? I mean, obviously we did our dumb PAX stuff,
which is what led to this.
Which is somehow what led to this.
It's 100%. The promoter saw the PAX promo I cut on the beach on my YouTube channel and reached out to me, said I had the gift of gab, and asked if I wanted to get my feet wet in APW, and I said yes, I do. I get to go be a dick in a wrestling ring and not bump around or get beat up or anything. I got to protect the business here. So yeah,
it's way too late for that.
The PAX thing directly led to this thing, and so I met up with some of the guys, went to the bar, kind of worked out what our angle was going to be. And yeah, I got to be in a ring. It's all on my YouTube channel because it's great because my gimmick is the tech investor guy. So it gives me a perfect excuse to have Google Glass on and actually film the entire thing from first person. Which Dan Mahoric, again, salvaged a broken-ass video file from Google Glass. Turns out Google Glass sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I messed around. That was my first time really messing outside of the infamous butt tumbler.
Right.
This is the only time I have used Google Glass, and it's a piece of shit.
It's a horrible hunk of garbage.
Yeah.
Also turns out that Dan Mahoric is really good at saving our sorry asses.
Yeah, he was. Right? Oh, my God, he saved it. I spent hours trying to fix it before I got a hold of him. But, it was a blast. I mean, it was honestly a thing that being in a ring, doing something, especially being a heel, is something I've wanted to do since I was like 9 years old. And oh my God, I was actually getting like serious heat. Like it's incredible. Like
people were mad at him.
People were
translate.
booing the hell out of me. Like, and my favorite thing, and I didn't even anticipate this, is little kids that hate you, and then
Like
yelling.
genuinely hate you.
Yes, and you can tell in their eyes. There was a 7-year-old kid that kept banging on the sign, screaming at me and pointing, and you could tell in his eyes like it's all real to him.
Oh yeah.
And so like
he really hates you.
Yeah, so I singled him out a few times. Like when I was walking around the ring and stuff, I was walking up to him, getting my finger in his face, like, "Listen, buddy, you're 7. You've never had a job. You don't know what the real world's like." And the kid's so mad at me, it's screaming, like, "You suck! You're a dork! You suck!" And they kept calling me dorks. And there's this one girl that was screaming at me, and I said she was probably 10 years old. And she's like, "Actually, I'm 12." And I got to be like, "Oh, you're 12. You're so worldly. You know everything about life." Like, and they get so mad at you. And it's like your job in that moment to be a dick to children. And it's so fun.
It's almost like your whole life has been leading up to this moment.
It was fantastic, and from the feedback I've gotten, it sounds like for the first time I've actually been in a wrestling ring outside of the training for Game of the Year last year. It sounds like things went really well, so they asked me to be back.
It's gonna be a recurring gig.
Yeah. Dirty Dan's coming back with the Classic Connection. It's man, it was great. It was super fun. I can't wait to do more of it.
How often do they do that thing?
They usually every month or two or whatever. But man, I was so nervous for like 2 months leading up to this. Like, I remember every run I went on, I would spend like an hour just trying to get like lines memorized in my head and think of good promo stuff or whatever. And like, oh, what happens here? What if the crowd throws me off? What if, okay, I was just, I have anxiety and stuff. And I was so worried about like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a live mic in a ring, live crowd, playing a character. I have to do like improv stuff, which at our panels and stuff, I just am myself and talking, I don't have to do lines and stuff really. So I was so nervous. But then the second my music hit, and I got on my Razor scooter and I went out there, it's like everything was autopilot. I didn't have a
Wait, what was your music?
Big Time by Peter Gabriel.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It was just complete autopilot. Like every part of it was just so much fun. My God, it was a blast. So there's going to be more of that.
All right. Great.
What is it called? APW?
All Pro Wrestling.
All Pro Wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been around forever. They've been.
Yeah, they were the one in Beyond the Mat. Where they showed that Indie Wrestling Federation.
Yep.
They are the same one. The big guy from that, Roland, the promoter, he died.
Yeah,
and so
he passed away a few years ago.
Yeah, and the guy that took over is the one that reached out to me. So yeah, I'm working for the promotion from Beyond the Mat.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a weird thing.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
It's a hell of an accomplishment.
yes. Also, I can talk about wrestling that sucks.
Oh, good. Please go on.
Well, it's video game related wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's actually
sorry.
a pro. Is that apropos? Apropos.
Apropos.
Apropos. That's
It's apropos to this podcast.
Yes.
I've read that word a billion times. I've never said it out loud until now.
Hey, here you go.
You still haven't.
Here you go. Relevant.
Relevant to this podcast in the world of video gaming.
that's totally accurate.
So I played a bunch of